Good afternoon, scholars. Welcome to our third quarter town hall for Jacksonville Lighthouse Charter School Secondary Campus. I'm Mr. Jordan Franklin, your Dean of Students. This town hall serves as an important checkpoint in our school year and an opportunity to reset, refocus, and recommit to our expectations and goals. As we move through this presentation, I expect your full attention and careful focus on the details being shared. What we discuss today matters, and your engagement will ensure that we move forward with clarity and purpose. With that said, let's get started. While we're here, I want you guys to think about something for a second. Every team, whether it's sports, a video game, or even a group project, reaches a point where they stop and ask one question. Are we playing the way that we said we were going to play? Because sometimes you start out strong and then habits slip up. People get comfortable and complacent. Sometimes small things turn into bigger things, and that's totally normal. That's why teams reset. Today is going to serve as our reset. This is not a meeting because everything is bad. As a matter of fact, we've had a lot of success this year. But when small problems go unaddressed, such as tardies, hallway issues, online drama, disrespect, they slowly take away from learning. And our job as a school is simple. Make sure that every scholar can come here and learn without distractions or feeling unsafe, especially with ARLCS testing quickly approaching. So today we're going to talk about three things: what we're doing well, what we need to fix, and how we're finishing this year strong together. Now, we're going to transition into the why that we're here. We're halfway through the school year. Some things are going really well, and some things need tightening up, so everyone can learn in a safe and respectful environment. Today is about clarity and making sure that everyone knows expectations and opportunities moving forward. Now let's get into some specific wins and celebrations that we've seen so far. We've seen academic growth across grade levels of 5 through 12 across the board. We had our ARLCS CFAs shortly after we came back from Christmas break. We saw scholars showing great growth in multiple areas and different subjects. We've seen strong participation in activities at school, such as our Beyond the Walls learning experiences or field trips, and even the Black History Month program that's upcoming. We've seen positive behavior improvements across the board. I've noticed a decrease in referral volume, especially for level 2s and level 3 incidences. And also, we've done a better job of celebrating scholar growth and achievement. We had our award ceremony this past January, and we announced our first Scholars of the Month this week. Now, building off of who we are, our behavior matrix ties greatly into the who we are as a school. So we've discussed this before, our HOW acronym, and how that fits into the behaviors that we expect and how we conduct ourselves as scholars inside and outside of the building. HOWL. Our mascot is the wolf, and so our acronym is HOWL. And I'll go ahead and break down what each of these items mean. The H in HOWL is for honesty. Be truthful, fair in all situations, own up to mistakes, and act with integrity. O, ownership. Take responsibility for your actions, education, and the shared learning environment. W, work and play safely. Maintain a safe environment for yourself and others by following the rules and using materials responsibly. L, leadership. Set a positive example for others through actions and words. Model appropriate behavior. And for each of these items in the acronym, there are expectations that align for each area of the building and outside of the building, such as the classroom, the cafeteria, the bus, arrival and dismissal, the restrooms, hallway transitions, and the playground and or recreation areas. Next, we'll dive into tardies and skipping and how we're going to address those things. Being on time is a life skill. Employers don't accept being late, and neither do colleges. This isn't about punishment, it's about preparing you for life after middle, junior, and high school. Punctuality promotes professional culture and emphasizes the importance of instruction. Saturday school is an intervention that we use to prevent further loss of instructional time and to recover lost time. It's about keeping scholars in school and minimizing lost instructional time. Tardies add up. Skipping equals missed learning. Accountabilities for tardies and excessive absences or skipping will be consistent. There will be automatic Saturday school for skipping and excessive tardies. Excessive tardies are defined as 3 or more tardies in a week. Now, we'll transition over into our dress code refresher. Dress code isn't about targeting anyone or limiting self-expression. It's about keeping the attention on learning and maintaining a safe and respectful environment for everyone. Essentially, keeping the main thing the main thing. With that said, here are a few reminders and trends that we've noticed regarding dress code. For my fellas, sagging pants, ripped or holes in jeans, and for the young ladies, tights, leggings, and fellas too sometimes, pajamas and sweatpants. Hats, hoods, beanies, and do-rags being worn inside of the building, and also bonnets. Next, slippers, house shoes, Crocs, or other backless shoes. A reminder, all shoes must have a full back covering the heel and must be closed-toed. Next, let's talk about our PBIS store. The How PBIS store is now open. We want to reward positive choices, not just respond to negative ones. The How PBIS store is about recognizing scholars who consistently meet expectations. We discussed How earlier. A great way to earn How books is by aligning your actions and your behaviors at school to our behavior matrix, our How acronym. You can earn points through positive behaviors, being rewarded for doing the right thing. Here at Arkansas Lighthouse, we understand that recognition matters. We want to celebrate what we want to see more of. As I said before, these align with our How behavior matrix. Also, a disclaimer for the How books. Those caught buying, selling, stealing, or using counterfeit books will be disqualified from shopping from the store and receive Saturday school or other consequences. Next, I mentioned a few things about Saturday school, so let's talk about that a little bit more. Saturday school is not meant to embarrass anyone. It's an opportunity to address behavior early before problems escalate. We use Saturday school as an opportunity to get back on track, and as I said before, recover lost learning time, prevent larger consequences, and to promote a better school environment. Saturday school attendees must be here from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Attendance is mandatory to Saturday school, and you must be on time. Non-attendance when assigned to Saturday school will result in an escalation of consequences. Now, let's move on to talking about next. Let's talk about cyberbullying and online behavior. What happens online doesn't stay online when it affects students at school. Conflicts that begin online often become real problems here. Online behavior equals real consequences in real life and at school. Social media or group chat conflicts can affect the school environment, as we've seen. Screenshots last forever. Words online still hurt people, and threats made online or in group chats will be taken seriously. Next, let's talk about cyberbullying and the law in Arkansas and how that affects you guys. In Arkansas, bullying and cyberbullying are addressed under state law. Schools are allowed to discipline off-campus online behavior if it disrupts the learning environment or creates safety concerns at school. That means that group chats, social media posts, Instagram notes, and messages can still lead to school consequences if they impact other students. Next, let's dive in a little bit more about cyberbullying in Arkansas law. These laws are put in place to protect students. Cyberbullying is taken with the utmost seriousness. Schools can discipline behavior that disrupts learning. Threats and harassment may involve law enforcement. Responsible social media and cell phone use help keep our schools safe. So students, please remember to post, text, call, or FaceTime responsibly. Next, think before you post, text, or FaceTime. Most cyberbullying situations start with someone not thinking about the long-term consequences. One post or message can follow you for years, and sometimes for the rest of your life. Remember, students, before you text, post, call, ask yourself a few questions. Is it true? Is it respectful? Would I say this to this person? Could this hurt someone? And lastly, what are the potential consequences? Next and lastly, let's talk about how we're going to finish strong. We want every scholar to finish the school year strong, academically, personally, and socially and emotionally. Staff are here to support you, but expectations will stay consistent. ARLCS testing is around the corner. Everyone's time is valuable. I cannot stress this enough. We cannot waste time addressing the same issues over and over and over again. Consequences will be firm, logical, decisive, consistent, and district-wide. Lastly, as we wrap up, let's talk about how I'm going to hold you accountable for the information that I've shared today, and also how I'm going to assess and check for understanding. Soon, likely Monday, everyone will be given a quiz on the information presented in this town hall. You must pass this assessment with at least 80% proficiency in order to earn a passing grade. Students that are not proficient will use lunch and recreation to retake the assessment. This school becomes what we choose to make it. The rest of the school year depends on the choices that we make starting now. Arkansas Lighthouse Scholars, thank you so much for your time and your attention. Please remember to make good choices and be the best version of yourselves every day, even when you think no one is watching. This is Mr. Franklin signing off. Thank you for your time. Go Wolves.